Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the biggest AI jumps Anthropic has ever made, and honestly, one of the most aggressive moves we've seen in the entire AI race this year, because Anthropic just dropped Claude Opus 4.5. A model that the company claims is not only smarter than anything they've ever built, but one that beats Google's brand new Gemini 3 Pro, beats OpenAI's GPT-5.1, and even outperforms human engineers on real-world coding exams the company uses internally. And yes, they're already saying this model is the clearest preview yet of the moment AI starts taking over large chunks of software engineering. We're going to break down exactly what Opus 4.5 is, why Anthropic is releasing major models at a breakneck pace, the wild benchmark numbers the model is putting up, the updates coming to Claude Code, the changes to the developer platform, and why Anthropic is so confident that Opus 4.5 is the best model in the world for coding, agents, workflow automation, and enterprise tasks. By the end of this, you'll see why people inside Anthropic are calling this a genuine step forward in what advanced AI systems can do, and also why some of the claims are raising eyebrows across the industry. Alright, let's get into it. So Anthropic just announced Claude Opus 4.5, and the timing alone is wild. This is their third major model release in 2 months. They dropped Claude Sonnet 4.5 in late September, followed by Haiku 4.5 in October, and now Opus 4.5 is here, completely redefining the top end of their lineup, and all of this is happening right after Microsoft and Nvidia pumped billions more into the company, boosting Anthropic's valuation to around $350 billion. Opus is always the flagship, the model with the biggest brain and the deepest reasoning. The last Opus, 4.1, came out in August. That was the model everyone thought would be the core of Anthropic's enterprise stack for a while. Then Opus 4.5 arrives and the company says, in their words, it's intelligent, efficient, the best model in the world for coding, agentic tasks, and computer use, and meaningfully better at everyday enterprise work, like spreadsheets, deep research, and slide analysis. But what really sets this model apart is how Anthropic is positioning it. They're saying Opus 4.5 is a step forward in what AI systems can do, and a preview of bigger shifts coming to how work itself gets done. Let's talk about the benchmark numbers, because this is where Opus 4.5 makes its loudest statement. This model is the first AI system ever to break 80% on SWE-bench Verified, the gold standard test for real-world software engineering competence. It hit 80.9%. For comparison, Gemini 3 Pro scored 76.2%, and GPT-5.1 Codex Max hit 77.9%. So Opus 4.5 isn't just beating its competitors, it's clearing a threshold no model has ever crossed. Anthropic also put Opus 4.5 through their famously brutal take-home engineering exam, a 2-hour real-world coding and reasoning test they give all performance engineering candidates, and the model didn't just pass. It scored higher than any human candidate ever. The company is very clear that this doesn't mean the model is a better engineer overall. It can't collaborate, it can't manage conflict, it doesn't have instincts, but the fact that it beats humans on raw technical performance is a milestone the research team didn't expect to hit this soon. And this isn't a one-dimensional model. Opus 4.5 has major gains in vision, reasoning, and mathematics. Anthropic says it achieves state-of-the-art results across agentic tool use and real-world computer interaction. The company even highlighted a Tau 2 bench scenario, where a model acts as an airline service rep dealing with a distressed passenger. The benchmark expects the model to refuse a change because basic economy fares can't be modified. Opus 4.5 didn't just refuse, it found a clever workaround. Upgrade the cabin first, then modify the flights. Technically, the benchmark marked this as a failure because it wasn't expecting creativity, but Anthropic points to this as evidence of deeper reasoning. Opus 4.5 is also built for long-form content. It can generate 10 to 15-page narrative chapters with consistency and follow complex multi-step 3D reasoning problems with richer spatial understanding than previous models. Inside Anthropic, testers kept saying the same thing. Opus 4.5 handles ambiguity better, reasons through trade-offs without needing hand-holding, and when you point it at a messy multi-system bug, it just figures it out. And then there's this whole wave of product updates rolling out with the model. Claude for Chrome, the browser extension that lets Claude take action across tabs, is expanding to all Mac users. Claude for Excel is now available for Mac, team, and enterprise users, bringing spreadsheet editing and analysis to the workspace. Claude Code is coming to the desktop app, meaning developers can run multiple agentic sessions at once, one agent fixing bugs, another scanning GitHub, another updating documentation, all in parallel. Anthropic also introduced something called Endless Chat for paid subscribers. Instead of telling you it hit its context limit, Opus 4.5 will now compact its own memory internally and keep the conversation going seamlessly. This matters for agentic workflows where the model acts as the lead agent managing sub-agents, something Anthropic says Opus 4.5 does exceptionally well, especially when paired with Haiku-powered helpers. Now, on the developer platform, things get even more interesting. Anthropic says Opus 4.5 solves problems in far fewer steps than previous models, less backtracking, less rambling, fewer wasted tokens. But they also know different tasks need different trade-offs, so now there's an effort parameter in the Claude API. Developers can choose whether they want maximum speed and low cost or maximum capability. At medium effort, Opus 4.5 matches Sonnet 4.5's best SWE-bench score, but uses 76% fewer output tokens. At maximum effort, Opus 4.5 beats Sonnet 4.5 by 4.3 percentage points, while still using 48% fewer tokens than before. Anthropic also introduced new memory and context management tools that massively boost performance on agentic workloads. In one deep research evaluation, using all the new platform features increased Opus 4.5's performance by nearly 15 percentage points. And it's not just about intelligence, this model is built to be safer. Anthropic says Opus 4.5 is the most robustly aligned model they've ever released, and they believe it's the best aligned frontier model in the entire industry. They claim major progress in defending against strong prompt injection attacks, to the point where Opus 4.5 beats every other frontier model on robustness against deceptive prompts, based on benchmarks run by Gray Swan, an independent evaluator. Opus has always carried a premium price, but Anthropic is adjusting that too. The new pricing is $5 per million input tokens and $25 per million output tokens, and it's available everywhere on the Claude apps, and the API, and all three major cloud platforms. If you're a developer, the model name is Claude Opus 4.520251101. And there's more coming. Anthropic's societal impacts and economic futures teams are studying what it means when AI begins outperforming humans on core technical skills. The company says they'll publish more results soon, and it's clear they're preparing for a world where human-AI collaboration looks very different from today. So when you put all of this together, the 80.9% SWE-bench score, the take-home exam results, the real-world agentic capabilities, the improved safety, the expanded Chrome and Excel tools, the memory compression, the developer platform updates, Claude Opus 4.5 isn't just another model update, it's Anthropic positioning itself for the era of autonomous coding and workflow automation. And whether you're excited, skeptical, or nervous about that future, it's becoming harder to deny that we're entering a moment where AI systems are beginning to deliver the kind of performance that forces the entire industry to rethink what work looks like. Alright everyone, that's the full breakdown of Claude Opus 4.5. If you enjoyed this video, do like and share. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thanks for watching. This is AI Tides, and I'll see you in the next one.